Monday Night Chat with Wong Chen.
Brought to you by the Member of Parliament for Kelana Jaya in collaboration with Invo.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Rafizi Ramli, the MP for Pandan. I don't come to Parliament as often as Wong Chen. Every time I come, I just chase after Najib and Rosmah. So, okay. Oh,
Nice. Start now. Is it? Okay. Alright. I'm Tzin, Tzin, Member of Parliament from Bayan, also from Parti Keadilan Rakyat. This Parliament is going to be very exciting because this is the last Parliament, I believe, maybe one of the last Parliament before the next general election. So I'll be focusing on raising up the issue of this youth unemployment, the what you call higher education, our what you call ECRL, the East Coast Rail Link, that is the most expensive in the world. So these are the issues that I'll be working on and raise it up for everyone, including Bayan Baru. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Saya Dr. Siti Mariah binti Mahmud, Ahli Parlimen Kota Raja. Saya juga adalah Ketua Wanita Angkatan Wanita Parti Amanah Negara. Ya, parti kami adalah parti yang membawa message Islam rahmatan lil alamin, which means dia bermakna kita memperjuangkan perspektif Islam yang membawa rahmah kepada semua. Ya. Kali ini saya bercadang untuk bercakap mengenai hak orang asli, ya, terutamanya hak pemilikan tanah dan juga akibat perundangan-perundangan yang saya kira tidak memelihara kepentingan mereka dan akibat daripada undang-undang yang tidak memelihara hutan kita ini, maka saya juga akan bercakap mengenai pemeliharaan alam sekitar. Sekian, terima kasih.
Hi, my name is Gooi. I'm an MP for Alor. Today is the 4th day of our new Parliament sitting. So right now we are debating on the royal speech by the Agong. Next few days we'll be on doing that. A couple of bills that are coming up this session that a lot of us will be involved in. One is the Law Reform Marriage Divorce Act, in which we will be dealing with the issue of unilateral conversion. I think that's an issue that's been going on in a long time in Parliament, and well, it's affected a lot of families around Malaysia. So that is one issue I would probably like to get involved in. And of course, coming from Alor, I will also be bringing up a lot of farming issues, right, that are affecting a lot of our farmers in Kedah. That's it. Thank you.
I'm Giaw. My constituency is Kepong, Kuala Lumpur. I have been a Member of Parliament for 8 terms. In this session, I would like to raise issues such as extremism, IS or Daesh, which I asked frequently, almost every session, and also the education such as the number of graduates from each university. My interest includes the number of medical graduates, because there are 375 medical colleges overseas in 34 countries which are recognized by this country, and there are 32 medical colleges within Malaysia. So the number of graduates are difficult to control unless these colleges only take in students who have humanitarian attitude.
Q&A this week is direct from Parliament. We're on the corridor leading up to Parliament, linking up the main building. First question is on the role of Bersatu, what's really happening. The latest update is Pakatan Harapan as a coalition offered to Bersatu to join us. Bersatu wants to form a new coalition basically to restart the whole thing. But I think we, being the incumbent coalition, has decided to maintain Pakatan Harapan because it is really a brand, and that we asked Bersatu and Dr. Mari to join us. So they are considering the matter. I think it is important that we maintain a major coalition a branded coalition leading up to the election. If we start a new coalition, it's going to look bad and it's going to take a long time to promote the image. So we hope to get a reply from Bersatu very soon. Number two is question about youth participation in parliament. I think this comes from the idea that Siddiq, I think his name is Siddiq, he is from Bersatu. He has expressed the opinion that he might want to go to Oxford to do his masters instead of becoming a member of parliament, or at least attempt to become a candidate for the next election. Well, we do need youth in parliament for sure. But I think at this crucial moment in our country, it is very crucial time. We actually need more experienced people and more, more combative members of parliament to be at to be at the vanguard and look after the national interest. So while we welcome youth, young people wanting to participate in parliament, it is always better to have at least 10 years of work under your belt before you become a member of parliament. That's my personal opinion anyway. Okay. The third one asks, what have I been doing this entire week? Well, this entire week is about the debate. This is where the ministers have to reply to us. So I've been put in charge of 3 ministries. The first ministry is the Ministry of Finance. Second one is on MITI, and third one is on commodities, right? Plantations. So in the debate, I actually joined into the Home Ministry debate as well. In the Home Ministry debate, I raised the issue about the whole debacle about the Beauty and the Beast incident, how that has just tarnished our reputation even further in the corporate world, that we are the only country that is so frivolous on the matter. And we're picking a fight with Disney. I mean, Disney is a big conglomerate and a very highly respected organization. So when you read about Malaysia being a bit silly in the Financial Times, Wall Street Journal, Reuters, BBC, all these are opinion makers, and then the whole thing has backlash come back to us. Now for the Minister of Finance, Datuk Johari, Minister of Finance too, we debated on the issue of DFI, which is Development Financial Institutions. We talked about the ratio of emolument to supplies and services, a fiscal policy paper. And then the third one, we discussed about the 1MDB. And before Gorbin and him had a big fight, that was basically my question. So I suppose I started the big fight. Then in the commodities area, we keep asking the minister to increase the budget to defend and protect the rights of, well, not the rights, the reputation of the industry, the palm oil industry in particular. We're spending way, way too little. For $100 billion export, 100 billion we reached the height 4 years ago. Today, 65 billion. For this kind of export numbers, we're spending a miserable 40 million defending it. So that's not right. We should be spending close to about 400 to 500 million a year. So the minister was a bit elusive and evasive, and didn't want to commit to asking the Prime Minister to increase his budget. So that's basically Q&A this week. Okay, Policy Monday. Policy Monday, we're going to talk about FELDA. Now, last weekend, Datuk Saifuddin Nasution and Rafizi Ramli sort of organized a FELDA convention, and I was asked to write a policy paper on FELDA. This is the work of Eric Lee from Invoke, and also based on our own research. And then what I did was basically to just put it into a very simple format and summarize the issue. FELDA issue is very simple. As in every policy that we look at 4 things. We look at first, what is the situation, or what we call situation analysis. Then what kind of policy policy ideas that we promote. So that depends on the macroeconomics issue and also behavioral economics. And then we look at whether there's a budget to do this and how do we implement it. That's the 4th issue. First issue, situation analysis. FELDA settlers are now in their 60s, some of them in the 70s, the younger ones are in the 50s. They're all getting older. Their income being the primary income from fruits, fresh fruit bunches that they sell. They cannot contribute as much because they're not strong enough to do it at this age. So what they do is they share crop with Indonesian laborers primarily, or migrant workforce. Whether it's legal or not, we're not very sure, but we assume it's legal, or they actually give it to Technoplant FELDA to conduct all the planting and all the harvesting. As the result is, they need secondary income. The primary income is less, much less, and secondary income is what they need. In the 1990s, they actually make more money than they do today. That's why they're hoping for FGV, KPF, all this to contribute a secondary income to their shrinking income level. So the second generation are slightly different. The second generation, about 80% have left and gone off to live in the towns. The 20% that stay in FELDA are generally unemployed or have some social ills, whether it's drugs, whether it's gambling, whether it's mud rampant activities, so on and so forth. So FELDA has a lot of socio-economic challenges, income and also social problems. So what we propose is, Rafizi primarily has worked out this idea, five resolutions, but I'll just give you a short breakdown. For the first generation, we propose some sort of debt reduction or debt forgiveness up to 50% to allow the less pressure on the old folks. As for the younger second generation, we are going to rebuild Bandar Baru FELDA to try to attract some of the people that live in towns to come back and support their little kampong. The third one is to create a university for the third generation so that we increase the number of people that go to university from FELDA. Currently at 95% only reach up to secondary level, only 5% go to university. We try to improve that to 25% by creating a FELDA university. Okay, now budget. How much budget do we have? We have 280 billion a year. We know that corruption sucks up 25 billion. The budget that we propose is close to 3 billion a year, so it is definitely doable. The last one, enforcement or implementation. How do we do it? Implementation requires the FELDA head to be appointed not by the Prime Minister but by Parliament. Parliament will choose two members of two potential candidates and ask the FELDA settlers to choose from these two persons. I think giving the power back to FELDA settlers, having their buy-in as stakeholders, will ensure that the implementation of all policies are done for the interest of FELDA and not for the interest of corporate FELDA. That's it for Policy Monday this week.